All right, welcome back to Rome's Meal Prep. If you're new here, feel free to check out my other videos, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you've been here before, thank you for coming back. I appreciate it. Today, we're gonna be making a different meal. I wonder if you can guess what it is. Looking at the ingredients, we got tostadas, we got hominy, we got a little bit of tomato paste, some peppers, some bone broth. We got cilantro, we've got garlic, we've got some onion and some chicken thighs. And if you couldn't tell by the title, we're gonna be making my version, my take on pozole. So let's get started. First thing we're gonna do is prep some of these veggies. Right now, I'm gonna just cut open an onion. Discard some of these layers. Keep a clean shop around here. Cut off an end. Just trying to help it make this easier so I can peel off these top layers. It's real messy already, but there we go. So my wife, I've never made her pozole before, and a really good friend of mine put me onto it a few years ago, and I loved it. So just looking at how they made it, as well as, you know, my own research and trying to figure out how I want to make it, how I like it. This is my take, my recipe on it. Now, this might not be the most traditional. There is a lot of different variations. There's a green pozole, but this will be a red pozole, and this is how I make it. Okay, so I kept the root attached, help keep things together, and I'm just gonna do a quick little dice of the onion. Okay, so these are gonna get sauteed, so I'm gonna go ahead and just fill this. Again, I like making this because it's pretty simple. It's nothing too crazy in my opinion. Now we got that. What we need to do is grab the Instapot. So that's what I use to make it. Change out these cutting boards. I don't like to put raw meat on wooden cutting boards. I know some people do. As long as you clean them, everything should be good. But I like to put it on here. I got chicken thighs, bone in. If you want, you can get them boneless, skin removed. These have everything on them. The only thing I'm gonna be doing with these is taking off the skin. So when it goes in the Instapot, it's gonna make it really shreddable. It's gonna come apart, and then you can just remove the bones. And that's what I'm gonna end up doing. Wash my hands real quick, and then we're gonna go over to this pan, and we're gonna go ahead and start sauteing those onions, and then we're gonna get a nice little bit of browning on these thighs before we toss them into the Instapot. You can definitely do the browning inside of the Instapot. I find it just a little bit easier, faster if you just do it on the stovetop. Let's go move it over here. Okay, so now we're back over here at the stovetop. We have onions in here. I'm gonna go ahead and crank this. Put this on high. I'm gonna put a little bit of avocado oil. I like using this sprayer just because it makes it a little easier to control and distribute evenly. Got these chicken thighs over here. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of salt on them. Okay, I'm gonna use this to press down on them, make sure it gets good contact. Okay, so while this side's cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and put some salt on this. Oh yeah, look at that. That's what you're looking for, okay? Go ahead and just give them a flip. Ooh, yeah. Sizzling. In the Instapot, let me give them a quick look. Oh yeah, I like that. Go ahead, toss these in. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead, bring this over here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add the rest of that bone broth, excuse me. Add the rest of the bone broth into here. Okay, now I'm gonna add the second one. Add the rest of this bone broth in here. I'm gonna add this Hunt's tomato paste, and this hominy and those diced green hatch chilies. Go ahead, pop this bad boy open. Get some of these in there. I know, not probably the most traditional. Be careful with these edges, they can be sharp. I'm going to get a strainer, strain this out over the sink. While I'm here, I'm just gonna rinse them out. Drained and washed hominy to pour into here. Oh, probably like 2 of these. Again, I like mine pretty chunky. Now I'm gonna get some of this garlic. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just get the little brown root bits off. It's funny, I'm making this recipe, my wife loves it, and she's in the background right now eating all of the salsa that I made in the last video. And she's over there trying not to giggle so she doesn't make any noise, and I appreciate that. #1 fan over there. All right, so now I got this garlic press. I'm gonna go ahead and load it up with 1 or 2. Put it in here. Cool. I have these peppers, New Mexico style, Pasilla, ancho, guajillo, and California chilies. Honestly, just grab what you have available, what you can. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take a couple of these out of each, probably like 2 or 3, whatever you're feeling. Chop these off. Get these seeds as best I can out. And these things are gonna go straight in. Now I'm gonna go ahead, clean this up, bring the Instant Pot over, and then we'll go to that. Okay, so this thing right here is filled to the max line. So we're gonna add the rest of the seasonings, toss on that lid, and let this pressure cook on high for as long as you really want to allow those flavors to come together and incorporate. I'm gonna probably let it go for probably like 40 minutes, maybe an hour, and go from there and let it like just do the slow pressure release, not just hit the button and let it go. I'm just gonna let it, you know, finish on its own. I got some oregano that I'm gonna toss in here. Good. Gotta get the Knorr, the secret sauce. This stuff. Whew. Changed my life. Ooh, that was a lot. Okay, I'm gonna toss a little bit of cumin, not a lot. I feel like this gets overused. All right, let's get this thing started. I'm gonna go ahead and put this lid on. I got it plugged in, again, for about 40 minutes. And I'm gonna turn the keep warm off. Okay, so that'll allow it to cool on its own. I'm not gonna hit the pressure release button. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. Now when this is done, we'll come back through the magic of editing and see what it looks like and give it a taste test. Took about 50 minutes to cook in the Instant Pot, and then I let it go ahead and do that slow release like I talked about earlier. Once I heard the metal piece go down, you hear a little thud, and it was done and it's ready to go. I already actually kind of went ahead and opened it up. From there, I grabbed a plate, I grabbed some tongs, and all of the peppers that I put in there were already on top. So I just placed those onto here, onto the plate, move that plate, toss them. You don't want those in there. I know you can use them for certain recipes, you can blend them up and they can be really good. Not for this. That's not how I do it, at least. After I got the peppers out, I used the tongs again, grabbed out all of the chicken thighs, and then literally as I was placing, the chicken thighs were falling apart. The bone was super easy, just pick it off. And then I did that for all of the chicken thighs. Once they're on the plate, toss it back in, and now here we are. I already chopped up some cilantro. I'm about to chop up some of this onion. I like to top it with onion, cilantro. I squeezed some fresh lime, a little dollop of sour cream. I put in tostadas. I break up the tostadas. I have some tostadas over here. We're gonna use, another thing I like to put on there is, which I will grab over here, avocados. The most important thing though at this stage is to go ahead and taste. Give it another stir, another taste test. Okay, that's much better. I'm gonna chop up this onion and then make a bowl for my beautiful wife. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cut open this avocado for a little topping. Let's see here. Onion, fresh onion on there. A little bit of cilantro. Get some avocado in there. And my favorite part, get some tostada. And there we have it. It's one of my favorite meal preps. My wife loves it. I love it. It's a very warm, cozy meal, especially if you're sick. This is something that's gonna get you through the day. Again, thank you for coming along and joining me here at Rome's Meal Prep. If you are new, again, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. And if you're returning, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next one.